Ever have those mornings where you wake up, you've got a ton of stuff to do, lots of tasks on your to-do list, appointments on your calendar, meetings to attend, but you just don't have the energy or motivation to get up? We all do. You've got your 8 hours of sleep, you felt well rested, you prepared for the next day the night before, but still you just don't want to dive into work or do something that day. It's not that you're physically drained or held back by anything. It's just that you might be feeling a bit lost in the meaning behind what you're doing. At this point, let's have a chat about meaningful productivity. Hi, I'm Eli Aringay. I'm a lawyer, homeschooling dad, EQ advocate, speaker, writer, musician, and a life coach. I want to use this space to share my thoughts on how to intentionally live a meaningful life and help you determine how to find purpose and balance in everything that you do. Sometimes we lose track of what really matters or forget the reasons behind what we're doing. It's something that we all struggle with now and then. So when that happens, what must we do about it? We are creatures who need meaning in our lives, so it's crucial to find purpose in our work and in our everyday activities. It's not just about getting things done without any sense of meaning, because without a sense of meaning, we risk burning out. We might be producing results, but without meaning or purpose, we're disconnected with what we're doing, and it can leave us feeling empty inside. Here are a few reminders to help us find more meaning in our productivity. Number 1, work is stewardship. No matter what your job is or where you stand in the company, we all play the role of a steward. Work is not only a blessing from the Lord, but it is also our responsibility to handle it well and do our best. Besides being accountable to the Lord, we owe it to our co-workers, our bosses, our team members, to do our best. Having a stewardship mindset helps us stay accountable, honest, and strive for excellence. No matter what your role is in the company, whether you are in the leadership role or you're still a member of a team working your way up, we are all ultimately accountable to something or someone greater. Number 2, your actions impact others. You probably heard the saying, no man is an island. And this really holds true in an organization. If you think that what you do or don't do does not affect or impact others just because you're tucked away in your office or in your cubicle, I dare you think again. Everything that you do or you don't do affects others. That idea, that awareness that what you're doing affects others should encourage you to adopt a service mindset. Sure, we all work for a paycheck, but focusing on that alone can lead to a pretty selfish attitude. If you do not have a deeper sense of purpose in what you're doing, it would be tough to stay motivated. A service mindset, a service mentality applies to both those working in the government wherein public service is already a given because it's a primary goal, or those working in a private organization. In a private company, although the main goal is profit, you must also think about your clients and customers. You must deliver a product or render a service that meets the expectations of your paying clients and customers. Not doing so is shortchanging them, being unfair to them, and therefore runs contrary the concept of service. Number 3, practice the right virtues. Imagine how motivating going to work would be if you look forward to developing qualities such as compassion, kindness, patience, and humility. I know it is easier said than done, but we can all agree that it feels good when we know we did or we're doing something nice to others. If you're stuck with a tough boss, a cranky coworker, or simply a chaotic workplace, Try to have a mindset shift. Instead of asking, how can I avoid them? And by the way, continuously asking that out and figuring out how to do it will just drain your energy. Try asking, what can I learn from this? Or how can I grow from this experience? Of course, it's your responsibility to guard your own peace. So if it's possible for you to find another job wherein you can vibe along and wherein the culture fits your preferences and personality, do so. But until then, try to see your situation as an opportunity to build your character. Remember that your workplace is a great place to build your character. The traits that you develop there will stick with you, even as you grow and navigate life beyond the four corners of your office. Staying productive is great, but it is just as important to find meaning in what we do. When our work feels more meaningful, it gives us a sense of purpose and makes us feel more alive because it's connecting us to something bigger than ourselves. If this video helped you, I would appreciate if you hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Also, feel free to share this video so that others would be helped with the things that I've talked about in this video. Catch you in the next video.